What's up, friends? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining me here again for another movie reaction. Super happy you guys have been enjoying the recent movies that I've been watching, because I certainly have been loving them, and I'm just as excited for today with Titanic. I have seen several of James Cameron's movies like Terminator 1 and 2, Avatar, and Aliens, but this is one of his that I just have never made it around to, and so I'm excited to check it out today. And because of the super long runtime, I'm excited because I assume that we'll probably get a lot of time just hanging around on the ship, seeing a lot of cool sets. Because this is such an iconic movie, I do know a couple of things from it. So I know the ending, obviously. I know the Titanic sinks, and so that part won't be a surprise for me. And I know the I'm King of the World scene where they're just on the edge with their arms out. And other than that, though, those are the main two things that I know, the two scenes, but everything else will probably be new for me unless I've seen it somewhere else but just didn't remember seeing it there. So most of it will be a new experience for me, which I'm excited for. And if you would like to enjoy the entire movie experience with me, definitely check out my Patreon link in the description. That's where you can find my full-length reaction to this. You'll obviously need your own copy of the movie to watch along, but you can also find all my other full-length reactions to stuff from the channel there as well. And if by the end of this video you enjoyed it, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. That helps the video reach a lot more people, helps the channel out, so I appreciate all of you guys who do that. But I'm looking forward to this one, so let's go ahead and get into Titanic. I don't remember what year this one came out, but I think it was a little while ago, at least over 20 years, and so I'm excited to see kind of a younger Leonardo DiCaprio. Is this actual footage of people from the Titanic? Because I don't even know when the Titanic itself took place. I assume it's a while before this movie came out, at least. Oh, dang. Is that the Titanic already? Or is that just another ship? Love the cinematography so far. It looks super cool being under there, under the water that is, and knowing James Cameron and the lengths he goes to get certain shots, I wouldn't be surprised if they're actually filming stuff legitimately underwater right now.
Here we are again on the deck of Titanic. 3,821 meters.
Dang, well, I guess I thought knowing the Titanic sunk was somewhat of a spoiler, I guess, for the ending, but if they start off already showing it way down at the bottom of the ocean, then I guess that makes me not feel as bad. I always thought this movie was just from the perspective of Leonardo DiCaprio's character. As I mentioned in my Castaway reaction, underwater stuff terrifies me, especially deep ocean stuff, so this all looks so eerie.
You seeing this, boss?
Is that a safe? Oh shoot, it is a safe.
It's payday, boys.
Dang, so they were just down there to grab some money or something that was stuck in the ship?
No diamonds.
Same thing happened to Geraldo, and his career never recovered.
Turn the camera off.
That sucks. Spend all that time and money to try and go dig that up to not find anything.
We might have something here, guys.
Where's the photograph of the necklace?
That's crazy. The Titanic took place over 100 years ago.
We're able to preserve it intact.
Is that her? Just as an older woman?
At the bottom of the ocean for eternity.
That's probably pretty crazy. That's the first time she's seen that since she was on the boat. Because I know that the one lady survives, whoever Kate Winslet plays. Is her name Rose, I think?
Today would be worth more than the Hope Diamond.
I only wore it this once.
You actually think this is you, Nana?
It is me, dear. Wasn't I a dish?
A dish. I love it. It's a great way to describe yourself. This actress is really good too, dang. She's showing some great emotion right there. Are we just going to get like flashback glimpses of the time when they were there? Or are we actually gonna get extended time back on the ship? Dope transition. All right, here we go. Now we're getting a look at the Titanic in its prime. That build-up at the beginning definitely makes me more excited for these scenes, though. I didn't realize that so much of the movie took place in the present day after it already sank. Dang, bro, you mad fancy for just going on a cruise ship. Kate Winslet being extra for this.
So this is the ship they say is unsinkable.
It is unsinkable. God himself could not sink this ship. What?
But an iceberg good. Is this gonna be kind of like the Chernobyl incident where it's just a little bit of human error mixed with a freak accident?
Jack, you are part, so you bet everything we have.
There he is, young Leo.
Full house, boys! No!
Can't believe they got tickets onto it just from a card game. That's an act of fate right there, because I know that Leo and Kate Winslet end up together. Cruise ship departures used to be such a big deal back in the day. Nobody has these goodbyes like that anymore, at least not that I know of. Then again, I'm no cruise ship expert.
What's the artist's name? Something Picasso?
Something Picasso. He won't amount to a thing. He won't. Trust me. At least they were cheap.
That guy just speaks as if he earns like $5,000 a minute. His voice sounds so posh.
21 knots, sir.
He was proud of that. He was smiling. Iconic moment right there. Even though I haven't seen this movie, I'd known that line long time just because of how many times I'd seen people quote it or just images of it.
I wanted to convey sheer size, and size means stability, luxury.
Oh, these people are the actual owners of the Titanic.
Do you know of Dr. Freud, Mr. Ismay? His ideas about the male preoccupation with size might be of particular interest to you.
Oh, roasted him. Dang. I like Rose already.
Make any money with your drawings?
Oh, he's caught her eye. Or she's caught his eye. Pretty big moment right there. She's definitely in the market for someone new, because it doesn't seem like she really likes that guy much at all. Rose, what are you doing? One slip and you are gone for good.
I'll let go.
No, you won't.
Don't presume to tell me what I will and will not do. You don't know me.
You would have done it already.
He's calling her bluff. Dang, this man's risky. He's definitely making a interesting first impression on her, though.
I'm a lot more concerned about that water being so cold.
How cold?
It hits you like 1,000 knives stabbing you all over your body.
It's an awful description. Jeez, definitely doing a good job of scaring her out of doing it, though, if she is considering it.
You don't want to do this.
Let's go. The start of a relationship right there. Or a friendship at the very least. Oh, jeez, I was not expecting that. Thought she was just coming over without any more issues. Let's see some arm strength. Rose, come on. Don't make him do all the work.
I think a 20 should do it.
Is that the going rate for saving the woman you love?
Rose is displeased. You could join us for dinner tomorrow evening to regale our group with your heroic tale.
This man has the personality of a doorknob. My goodness. Every word out of his mouth seems like he's trying to find the most obscure synonym for a normal word that somebody would use.
I know you've been melancholy.
See, like this dude just goes for the most unused words or least used words in sentences.
But I thought tonight.
Good gracious.
Dang, there it is. The one they're looking for. Keep my eye on that. Try and remember where it's hidden.
Do you love him?
Pardon me?
Do you love him?
You're being very rude. You shouldn't be asking me this.
She clearly does not love him if she's being so difficult about answering it.
I am leaving now. It's been a pleasure.
It's a long handshake.
I thought you were leaving.
This is my part of the ship. You leave.
The games have started between them. She's definitely interested by his personality.
Well, you have a gift, Jack. You see people.
See you.
And?
You wouldn't have jumped.
I like that interaction right there. Rose is definitely starting to take a liking to him, I can tell.
So you've not yet lit the last 4 boilers.
We are making excellent time.
We must give them something new to print.
I would prefer not to push the engines until they've been properly run in.
Here we go. Here's the problem. There's always that annoying human error by the people in charge. or with the power in a situation. That always makes disasters much more frustrating, knowing that they could have been prevented. Oh, dang, got some good distance on that one.
It was pitiful. Come on, you really gotta hawk it back.
Got that good rapport already in.
Mother, may I introduce Jack Dawson?
Doesn't get more awkward than that. Still has spit on his chin. Definitely not making a good impression with the mom.
Well, you're about to go into the snake pit. What are you planning to wear? Come on.
Hey, this lady's not so bad. She's helping him out. I like her.
You and my son are just about the same size.
Pretty close.
You shine up like a new penny.
Jack cleans up real nice, looking real sharp for the dinner. Hopefully that outfit makes a better impression than spitting off the edge of the ship.
I saw that in a Nickelodeon once and I always wanted to do it.
Jack is one bold guy doing all this in the presence of her fiance.
Ain't nothing to it, is there, Jack? Remember, they love money, so just pretend like you own a gold mine and you're in the club.
At least this lady's there to help him out with all the tricks of the trade. I feel like I want to say that that actress's name is Kathy Bates. I don't know what I've seen her in, if I have seen her in anything.
I figure life's a gift and I don't intend on wasting it. You never know what hand you're gonna get dealt next. You learn to take life as it comes at you, to make each day count.
Well said, Jack.
This man's speaking straight poetry. I like it.
To make me count.
To make it count.
And he's clearly made a good impression with everybody besides the mother and the fiance. But most importantly, with Rose, I think.
Gotta be heading back.
Probably best. With your business and politics, that sort of thing, wouldn't interest you.
Ooh, hate this guy so much already. I won't be upset if he doesn't make it out of the Titanic at the end. Passing those secret messages. I like Dawson's attitude. He definitely takes advantage of the situation when he sees it and just goes for it. Now these people know how to have a good time. This looks way fun. Okay, Leo. I see you. Rose can hold her own as well in this situation. Respect. She definitely doesn't belong with her family personality-wise. Is that where that style of shot originated? Because I've definitely seen that in a bunch of other things, but I don't know if this is where it first made an appearance.
I had hoped you would come to me last night. Your exertions below decks were no doubt exhausting.
This man's speech cracks me up.
I see you had that undertaker of a manservant follow me. How typical. I'm not a foreman in one of your mills that you can command.
That's right. Tell him.
Yes, you are. My wife can practice it not yet by law, so you will honor me.
Is this in any way unclear?
Well, this movie's making him certainly a pretty detestable guy, so it's definitely easy to root for Jack in this situation.
Your father left us nothing but a legacy of bad debts hidden by a good name. It is a fine match with Hockley. It will ensure our survival.
Whoa, that changes things a lot. What a horrible woman, just forcing her daughter into a bad relationship just so she can shore up money for herself. Now I really want Rose to get out of that situation.
Can take an extra row of boats inside this one, but it was thought the deck would look too cluttered.
Waste of deck space as it is in an unsinkable ship.
Toss this guy overboard right now. Don't wait till the end of the movie. Also, that other guy seems alright because he was the one wanting safety measures.
I'm engaged. I love Cal.
No, you don't.
They've got you trapped, Rose.
It's not up to you to save me, Jack.
She knows it's true. I think she just is afraid to add more pressure to her situation and go against her mother.
Hello, Jack.
Yes, she saw him. Let's go. You made the right choice, Rose. She's definitely a lot better off with Jack, that's for I appreciate that we had to wait so long into the movie for that to happen. Definitely makes the moment a lot more impactful with all the backstory behind it instead of jumping into it too quick.
A very rare diamond. Jack, I want you to draw me like one of your French girls.
Hey, there's another famous line. I recognize that as well. I wasn't sure if it came from this movie or not, but it's definitely one I've heard used a lot.
Eyes to me, keep them on me. And try to stay still.
I feel like when this was released in theaters, because I know this wasn't rated R, that there were probably a lot of very concerned parents when this scene came on, because this is probably not the scene they were expecting to be in a movie rated what it was. I think PG-13, right? I'm worried now, though. He's been spending a lot of time in here. Oh, I guess it cut out now. I was worried that maybe the fiancé was going to come back.
Not a breath of wind.
It will make the bergs harder to see, with no breaking water at the base.
So it is going to kind of be what I predicted at the beginning, talking about Chernobyl, how it's a bit of a mix of human error and freak accident or freak conditions.
You look nice.
Dang it, I knew someone was going to come back before he got out of there. Hopefully there's another exit. Oh, thank goodness there is another exit. Oh. Dang, bro, they weren't fast enough, though. Well, their relationship isn't a secret anymore. Rose moves quick. Once she likes somebody, she just goes for it. Dang, they've been getting after it, man. That thing's steamy. I know I mentioned earlier how they took its time, the movie took its time getting to that first kiss between them. But ever since then, it certainly has not been taking its time getting to other parts of their relationship.
When this ship docks, I'm getting off with you.
This is crazy.
I know. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, unfortunately, we know that was not the case when they left the ship.
Look at that, would ya?
And a bit warm in the wheel.
Shoot, we're screwed now. Maybe you should have been watching the ocean instead of watching them make out. Dang, that thing is huge. I guess with a ship as big as the Titanic, you'd need a freaking big iceberg to take it out. Hopefully there's no rooms on the bottom level, because if there are, those people stand no chance.
You've seen the damage in the mail hold?
No, she's already underwater.
This is bad.
We should tell Mother and Cal.
Tell Mother, don't tell Cal. He's had his chance to be a good dude.
We've been looking for you, miss.
Here we go.
Oh, dang. They're gonna frame him for stealing the jewel? Freaking hate these people, man.
Take your coat off, son.
Now what?
Come on, man.
Is this it?
Don't you believe it, Rose? Don't!
He couldn't have.
Of course it could.
Man, if Rose believes that he stole that, I'm gonna be so upset.
They put it in my pocket.
Shut up. It isn't even your pocket, is it, son? Property of A.L. Rias.
Freaking ruin everything, man. That's super unfortunate that the coat he was wearing happened to be stolen as well.
How much time?
An hour.
And how many aboard, Mr. Murdoch?
2,200 souls on board, sir.
Gosh, I can't even imagine trying to grapple with the thought of having to move over 2,000 people in an hour, especially when they can't even save all of them. They can only save half based off the previous conversations.
Oh, it is a little slut, isn't it? Not now. We are busy.
If this guy does not get tossed overboard at some point, this movie gets a 0 from me.
Speak more up. Go on. I'll keep an eye on him.
Right.
Y'all really need a gun on him in this situation? Come on.
All right, boys, like the captain said, nice and cheery so there's no panic.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how much that's gonna help the situation and get rid of any sort of panic. Hope Fabrizio gets off, though. He's only been in like 3 scenes, but I still like him. Probably just because he's Jack's friend.
I hope they're not too crowded. Shut up!
Yes!
Don't you understand?
Have to be blunt, this ship are going to die.
Thank you, Rose. Freaking call her out. Sick of listening to her complaining.
Are you cold? To him. Give me a horse or gutter rat.
I'd rather be his whore than your wife.
Oh, yes. Rose has achieved legend status now. Hey, she got the spit down now, too. Needed that guy to get told off finally.
Jack! Rose! Jack! Rose, I'm in here!
Yes, she found him. She's gonna have to move really fast, though, if she's gonna get him out of here.
You're gonna have to find a spare key, all right? Look in that cabinet right there. It's a little silver one, Rose.
These are all brass ones!
Anytime a character named Rose has to get keys, things never go well.
I don't know where they are.
Rose, you know keys!
Here we go. Hopefully she just has to use that for the pipe and not his hands.
Good. Now try and hit the same mark again, Rose.
Not very close at all. I do like that they threw that in there, though. That little moment feels a little bit more realistic.
Go!
Oh, shoot. She actually did it. I thought she clipped his hand there a bit.
You'll have to pay for that, you know.
Shut up!
For real, who does this guy think he is? This tryhard? Does he not realize the entire boat is gonna be ruined?
Open the gate.
Go back down the main stair.
Open the gate right now!
Go back down the main stairwell like I told you.
I don't want to hear this guy speak anymore. I didn't expect the Titanic to frustrate me so much. The movie, that is. So many annoying people in this. Heck yeah, let's go. Yes, dude. Freaking sock that guy.
We have an understanding then, Mr. Murdoch.
Give that money back. Don't take the bribe. Bro, this movie about to really upset me if it allows Hockley to get out of here.
Get on the boat.
Yes, get on the boat, Rose.
Go on. I'll get the next one.
Well, at least Rose is safe. That's good. Some amazing shots right there. Love the lighting in that. Oh, Rose, what are you doing? Shoot, Rose's love is real, man. She's risking it all for my man Jack. This dude's a freaking monster. He's ready to sacrifice his own life if it means killing Jack at this point.
What could possibly be funny?
I put the diamond in the coat.
I put the coat on her!
That's freaking lucky for Rose and very satisfyingly unlucky for Hockley. So in the beginning, they were looking for the diamonds, or the diamond. Has she just known where it is all along and just wasn't telling him?
Wait, sir! Sir, open the gate, please!
Bloody hell.
Thank you. I thought there was gonna be another person to hate in this movie. Finally, someone does something reasonable.
I'm sorry, I dropped the keys.
Are you kidding me, dude? Characters in this movie are unbelievable sometimes. Man, y'all cutting it way too close right there. My goodness. Freaking stressful. James Cameron does know how to direct a tense scene.
Please, I have a child!
I'm all she has in the world.
He's just using her to get on the boat. This freaking fool.
I'm sorry that I didn't build you a stronger ship, young Rose. Good luck to you, Rose.
That guy's like the only other great guy on the ship. I guess besides Fabrizio. He's still good in my book.
Goodbye, Ollie. Good luck.
Love it, man. His homies are sticking together with him. These guys are real ones. Oh man, that's a sad shot. Jeez.
And so they lived happily together for 300 years in the land of Tir na Nog.
It makes me upset. Those people aren't getting saved because people who wanted comfort in their escape boats got first priority. I don't know how much of this actual ship sequence is practical effects, but I mean, it looks amazing. Definitely some extremely impressive set design. No, don't tell me that that killed Fabrizio right there. Nobody that I want to survive is doing so well right now. Quite a contrast from the beginning of the movie. Now they really want to stay hanging on the rail there. That fall is gigantic. My goodness, that was way longer than I expected. This man just shattered his legs on the propeller. That looks so painful. Honestly though, even if you didn't hit the propeller right there, just hitting the water from that height would probably mess up your legs as well. Dude, there are so many people dying in some of these shots. It's crazy. Dang, dude, the entire freaking ship's underwater now in a matter of like an hour and a half. That's so insane, man. So many people just stranded in the ocean, swimming for their lives right now. Nice. At least you don't have to sit fully in the freezing cold ocean water. That is if you don't flip it.
I love you, Jack.
Don't you say your goodbyes. Not yet. Do you understand me?
I'm so cold.
You're so cold, you're sitting on the door. My man Jack is fully immersed in freezing water.
Bring that oar up here.
Gosh, that's horrifying. They're all frozen to death. That's so awful, man. That's such a horrible way to go. Yes, the rescue is here. Freak, though, Jack does not look like he's in good shape right now.
Jack! Jack!
Dang it, dude. He froze to death. He died holding her hand. He was with her right till the end. That makes it extra sad.
Come back! Come back!
Hello!
Come back!
Oh my gosh, this is freaking stressing me out. Speak up.
I'll never let go. I promise.
My guy Jack did not deserve that kind of a death.
Come about!
Amazing editing right there. That was excellently done. I cannot explain how freaking frustrated I am that this movie allowed Hockley to live. What a joke. I freaking hated his character so much. And I feel like this movie's just gonna end with that being the resolution for his character. He didn't have any sort of consequence other than living with knowing that he is the reason for other people dying. But based off all of his actions so far, I don't think he's capable of feeling remorse. Please keep yourself covered. Don't let him recognize you.
Inherited his millions. The crash of 29 hit his interests hard, and he put a pistol in his mouth that year.
I mean, that's not super satisfying, but I guess I'll just take what I can get at this point. Sounds to me like he lived a rather cushy life up until that point. She's gonna hop onto the other side of the railing, isn't she? She's not thinking about killing herself in this moment, is she? Because that would be a depressing ending to the movie. She did have it the whole time. I thought that she might have been hiding it from everybody. That's pretty cool that she'd just been holding on to it all that time. I mean, I guess the symbolism is there, but that thing worth a fortune, you could have saved all your family's future, but at the same time, that would kind of send them into a cycle of what she was living in before, so I can understand why she threw it in there. Hey, the Music Men representing. Heck yeah, and my man Andrews. And the legend Jack. Let's go. That's a cool shot. I'm a big fan of that, going back in her mind to the place that she felt most at home. Well, glad that I've finally been able to see that. There's definitely a lot more, not a lot, but several more quotes and stuff from this that I did recognize from references and other things that I'd seen over the years. Definitely a movie that has impacted popular culture quite a bit since it was made. I could definitely see the allure of it with how much time you spend in all these cool sets and locations on the Titanic, and just the scale of it when it comes to the crash and everything like that. And the love story between Jack and Rose was good. I definitely felt that it properly established the connection, and a lot of the moments did land for me as far as that. I thought the two leads, though, Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, both did a really good job in their roles. Their performances definitely felt very natural. I didn't feel like they were overacting in any scenes or anything like that. Felt like they had a genuine connection. With it being as long as it was, like well over 3 hours, there definitely could have been moments where I would have felt it was really dragging, but I don't really think that I reached a point where I ever thought that I was bored. I felt like I was entertained throughout, but it's an enjoyable movie overall. I'm glad I've finally seen it and kind of put context to the couple of iconic scenes that I recognized from before. The audacity of James Cameron to allow Hockley to live at the end. Obviously, she talks about he ended up taking his life way later on, but still very, very frustrating. But other than that, I really enjoyed the movie. Definitely a pretty good epic film because it takes place on such a large set piece and such a big event, and I think visually it captured all of that excellently, and it was cool just spending a lot of time in the different locations on the ship. And I really felt like I was there with the characters a lot of the moments, whether it be initially before the Titanic hits the iceberg or after during all the sinking sequences. I thought it was all done very, very well, and so that was definitely a big plus and maybe my favorite part of the movie, just the visuals of it. And I did kind of like how we saw the present day Rose, and she was the one kind of narrating the events of the movie to us. And I like the switching between those two timelines just so we can kind of see how it's affected her and the long-lasting effects from the Titanic. Because coming into this, I thought all the events were just in that time period, and so that was kind of cool to see that. And it's always risky when deciding to do a over 3 hour length movie, and doesn't always work out, but I think this movie told enough significant story to warrant the length. Obviously, there's some side characters or some footage away from kind of the main story of Jack and Rose that you could have maybe cut out, but I think having all that kind of helped set the mood and kind of place you in that world and in that time period a little more. So I did appreciate those aspects of world building that James Cameron included. But I'm glad that I was finally able to watch this one. This had obviously been on my radar, but even long before the channel started, because of how much notoriety it has as a movie. And so I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. Hope you enjoyed my reaction to it. If you did, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. That would help the video reach a lot more people, so I appreciate all of you who do that. If you'd like to watch along with me for the entire runtime of the film, definitely check out my Patreon link in the description. That's where you can find that, as well as all the other full-length reactions from the channel. But I look forward to seeing you all in the next video, and until then, peace.